I play with these four a lot. Like, since I've done like Mario and Sonic as well. These four I've used a lot. They dress very nicely. Although, to be fair, yeah, Maddie and Claire do wear a dress, so it's like not the most off. Maybe this can give me a little bit of character building too. I don't think it'll really matter what I put for like, oh, what do the other people think of, but yeah. I'm just curious what these questions are, and maybe we can do a little character building here. Oh, okay. I was gonna be honest, I didn't know exactly what timid meant, and now I know. Got it. Actually, if this was Claire, it'd be a lot more interesting. And technically, as what I could do for character building for Claire is just hang on. Boop. Alright. Which, if you know what Claire is about, then yeah, that would make a lot of sense what I just did. It's like kind of character building, but also like, I don't know. I mean, the hot seat people will be character building. And if it applies, like Clara. Clara would have been really interesting. Like, why I say Clara would be really interesting is, I put in my Soul Calibur thing, but, I was gonna have Clara. Wow, I really. I honestly thought that was like too much to the right of what I put originally. Oh. Alright then. Apparently I nailed it. Okay. But yeah. Clara was gonna be someone who was super nervous at the beginning, which is why she has that face. But then, like, partway through, she would become really confident. That's why it would have been, like, pretty interesting. Clara. I feel like if this was Maddie, I would say very impatient. But Claire is an interesting one. Yeah. I mean, I think actually Eliza's answer would make a lot of sense, because another thing of Claire's is that she was kidnapped, and she's actually Sarah, or not Sarah. Jesus, I'm mixing my games. Eliza and Clara related. So Eliza would probably know how Claire was when she was super young. So that was my whole thing. I'm cleaning my glasses. That's why I took a bit. Oh wow, oh no, we are going in order. I was like, oh, we aren't going in order. No, we are. There is superstition. Yeah, I forget what superstitious means. Is that like? Hang on, I'm just gonna look up superstitious. Hang on. Thank you, Google. Thank you. Hang on, I just want to show you the freaking. You know what? I'm gonna change my monitor for this. I'm just gonna show you the freaking the gem of a freaking definition it gave me. Yeah, that. Hang on. Freaking. Just thank you, Google. Thank you. That. Like, dude, whenever they do these freaking adjectives, like, God, it's so worthless. Anyway, if they believe in like ghosts or something like that. Unless I want to do like the whole like Azura Sakura support from Fates. I feel like it could be kind of neat if Will had that kind of relationship with Clara. Or it is kind of big brotherly. Like Maddie and Will still treat her as a sibling. Even though there's also Isabella, who is actually their sibling. I actually didn't realize it was more to the right. Oh, well, Clara nailed it. Honestly, I feel like Maddie would probably be the most, like, interesting as far as the personality out of any of them. Either Clara with just a dichotomy. Ooh, this is actually interesting with Maddie. If this was Will, I'd actually probably go more to the left, but with Maddie. Because I'm just thinking, like... Yeah, Will would definitely be to the left. I'm not sure about Maddie. You know what? Just gonna do that. It's gonna be very boring, trust me. I like how this is for character development, but even then I'm just like... I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like this part's not gonna matter all that much. Yeah, I just did the middle with Maddie. Because, I honestly don't know, because I think Will and Eliza would be more to the left. Claire would be a little bit more to the right. But I think with Maddie, it'd probably just be like middle. Honestly, like she wouldn't sleep a ton. Like I think she'd get the amount of sleep she needs, but she wouldn't like really sleep any further than that. Because my whole thing with Will is like I was literally gonna have him have scenes where he was just out at night, like just to himself. That's what I think. Honestly, all of them be to the left, including like, I mean, except for Clara, like the first part of it. But I think second half Claire would also be more on the left than she would be on the right. Patient, I think Maddie would be left, Eliza would be right. Will would probably be more on the right. Actually, yeah, probably around where Claire is. I think they both have like the same amount of patience. Now I'm thinking about it, I might make Claire have a little less than that. Like honestly, probably where the group thing is. And where Clara is right there, I would probably put Will for patience. So yeah. I mean, I feel like with my thing, like, superstitious, I don't know. Like, it's I mean, I do know it's a thing at this point in Fire Emblem where they just have one character just be very superstitious, because in 3 Houses, Lysithea, and then Engage it was Ivy, but... So maybe I'll give that to a character. I don't think I need to any one of those 4, except maybe Clara. And then how much sleep do you get? I touched on that. I want to do one more. Just for a little more character building. Maybe I could do like side characters too. Or like throw Sarah in there as well. Sarah and like Albion, something like that. You know, since I named him that, I really should know how to pronounce his name. I feel like that's step 1 in making a character name, is know how to pronounce it. I could take this as like if she's more a Flora or a Felicia. Which by that I mean Flora remembers them getting kidnapped, Felicia doesn't. In Fates. I guess there's one instance though I'm thinking of, now I'm thinking about it. So I think technically I'm just thinking about, this question is more of the one instance that happened. Because I think Eliza would be more to the left on this one. I think how I'd answer this with 3 of them. I'm not sure about Will on how I'd answer that. But yeah, Clara I think I'd put in the middle. I was just thinking about the one thing. She'd probably be a Flora in that regard. Especially since like I don't think I'm gonna make it so she was kidnapped as an infant. She'll probably be like 3 or something like that, 3 or 4. Basically old enough for her to remember it. And to remember Eliza too, because I feel like that'd be kind of important with that storyline. Maddie, I think I'd make pretty forgetful, like pretty airheaded. Will, I think I'd put in the middle, and then Eliza I'd put in not at all, over on the left. Yeah, this is the same question as superstitious. What? Okay. This is literally the same question as how superstitious are you? I mean, I guess it's slightly different, but like, it's if you believe in supernatural, which is the same thing as ghosts. Like, I don't know, man. Since it's like the same question, I feel like I don't really need to answer that much other than, yeah, Eliza would be 0. And basically they aren't perfect, because I'd be like, oh, she told ghost stories to them, but that's about it. And also I feel like it's just boring to make them all a perfect match. This is actually a pretty great question for anime characters. Which, I mean, I guess technically that's what these guys would be. Because I would want them in like an anime style format. I like how Party Phil speaks the entire time this is happening. And it's not annoying at all. Have they ever had it where they've had like 4 main characters? I mean, I think Will and Maddie would still be the main ones, but I think Eliza and Claire would definitely be like the 2 secondary. Oh, I actually put Claire more to the right. I thought I didn't do that. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter what they answer anyway. This is more for what the person in the hot seat answers for character building. Yeah, it's actually isn't that bad for like character building with these questions. Even though 2 of them were like the same question, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I guess bravery and confidence can be 2 different things. Because like, this seems like a similar question, but... I think there's definitely similarities to confidence and bravery, but... And actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Because I think I did have that as part of Maddie's character. I was thinking about that. I feel like with the anime characters though, confidence and bravery are like the same thing, but I'm sure in real life it's different. Oh, it was a perfect match? That did not look like a perfect match. Yeah, that's not. Wait a minute. That's not a perfect match. You can clearly tell that. You can see where the arrows are pointing. That's not a perfect match. Like, I can get like Will and like Will's because it's like right there, but like, well, even then I think it's like slightly more to the left. But I think it's still like to the right of what it says for perfect. Yeah, that's not perfect. I don't know what it's talking about. I'll do one more. I actually don't know how many questions there are of this. I do know is how independent are you? That's definitely one that's on there. Oh yeah, how good at dancing you are too, which I think, especially with, because I kind of want the Persona thing where they have all their characters dance to the songs from the game, so I feel like that'll be interesting if it shows up. Eco-friendly. I don't think it'd be a defining character trait, but I did probably give it away by saying that, but I mean, to be fair, this is also probably mostly for me, so this is also like a weird question for them being in medieval times. It's like, unless she's singing Earth Song by Michael Jackson or something like that, or like that's like the music video we got going, like the music video of Earth Song. If that's what it looks like, then maybe, but I think otherwise this is not going to be all that relevant. It honestly might just be like a throwaway line. Yeah, I didn't really care how the other people answered, because it'd be such a minute thing. Like, I'm like, yeah, I think Eliza would be definitely one of the more serious people in the game. She'd probably still have her moments, but overall she'd probably be one of the more serious ones. Organized. Yeah. I mean, even thinking to like her hair and how I have it in Soul Calibur, I feel like that also can say a lot. I don't think that's gonna be the hair that I use. Like, it's probably honestly gonna be more like what her me has, but I think out of all of these people, Eliza would be the most organized. And I think it'd probably be Clara than Will. To be fair, I think most of these people would not be organized. Just for the record. I think Clara would be like maybe a little organized, but Eliza would probably be the one who's actually organized. Wow, I also made one not at the end of the spectrum. Oh, well, I guess it was slightly not, so that makes sense. Alright. Again, I don't think this would be a defining character trait. I know it is for Lysithea. Although that might be dessert in general, or cake. What was it for Lysithea? I think it was a dessert of some kind. It was like a cupcake, maybe? I can't remember now. But, yeah. I don't think this would be a character trait. Maybe for someone else, but not for Will. I'm gonna move on to this one, because this one's very, like, kind of meh. So I don't really care how the other ones answer. I mean, honestly, it's like such a small thing, I'm like, kind of I just put it in the middle because I'm like, it's such like a non-thing. It's like, kind of, I don't really care. I think where I am, though, it's like, honestly, just a little bit more to the right. Because, I mean, I like chocolate, but I don't have that much of a sweet tooth. which honestly is probably a good thing. But yeah, that is something about me. It's like, yeah, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I honestly probably crave like Doritos more than I do like desserts. I mean, every once in a while I'll have a craving for like a brownie or something like that, but yeah, most of the time I won't.